Hello, how are you? Uh, it's unusual, Katie. It's a bank holiday. But it's not unusual for me to be working on a bank holiday, but for the rest of the minions to be here on the bank holiday. Actually, no, I've made them work the last couple of bank holidays. Like that way.
I'm keeping my mouth shut.
It is a bank holiday today.
Yes.
So Robert, seeing as he said we were here, he was going to try and make us drinks, try and cheer us up. And he made us another Dingle cocktail. And this is Dingle's cocktail of chili and shit.
Chili and shit.
Well, I don't think there's shit in it, but there's definitely chili and stuff in it.
Right, okay.
I don't think, and I consider myself to be a bit of a man. I'm not. You won't see me with a martini or anything like that. I just don't.
Really?
Well, maybe there will. But anyhow, see all this menagerie of stuff around the top of the glass.
Yes, dear.
I don't think that's for me because I went to taste that there for a second.
And it nearly poked your eye out.
And it nearly poked me eye out. With a chili. How painful would that be? I'd be standing later on going, the tears coming out.
And we get Robert to record it and show everybody.
My softer side, is it? Yeah, okay, fair enough.
No, just didn't laugh at you.
So, well, that happens anyhow. We go live on Friday, Katie. We've had a very busy couple of weeks.
We have.
We again, yeah, it is that scenario of Groundhog Day. We only seem to have just finished the last auction, got all the shipping out, got everybody paid, and we're go again. Belfast Whiskey Week was in the interim. That was carnage. Yeah. It wasn't. It was just busy. There's a lot to it, and it was a massive success. I think everybody was really impressed with it. Everybody
and the things we were at were brilliant.
The events that we were at, yeah, we always like to go down and insult Michael Cowman.
Yes.
He just brought me along for the comic relief or some sort of relief.
Somebody to throw
just throw zigzag. Yeah, exactly. That's all I was there for.
Yep.
And then last night the festival closed with Ecklenville and the warehouse testing.
That wasn't last night, babe.
When was that?
That was Friday night.
It was Saturday night. See, we've no idea what day it is. So there you go. Saturday night.
There we go.
So anyway,
Monday.
The festival's over. What will happen now, hopefully, people have found new bottles or found new tastes or found new things. I know Armagnac was definitely one for us. Shane with his Armagnac. So there's lots of new flavours and lots of new tastes. Maybe people are chasing the Cologne again, or the two stacks, or the Thoman Gate, or many of the other different Copeland. Yeah, everybody was talking about Copeland. So again, we're back to having an auction, doing what we do mainly, and we go on Friday with our auction. A couple of bottles in that we sort of would just talk briefly about, and it is literally just briefly. There's such a range now of new labels, new brands, new bottlings. So they're either done by independent bottlers like Dahi and WD O'Connell or Louise and JJ Corrie, and there's more coming on stream all the time. Thoman Gate, Nick Ryan again. Nick is doing his project slightly differently, or from the start he was getting his own barley, getting it distilled up in GND and then bottling it as well. So again, he's having good success with that and being well received.
Yeah.
So he does plan to have a distillery in Limerick at some stage. The Irishman, again, their partnership with Dick Max has been phenomenal. They have produced some fantastic whiskey. I have been quietly talking about Bernard and Rosemary and the team down there in Walsh, what they've been doing. I mean, the Riders Tears Cask Strength, I think, is probably one of the most underrated whiskies available on the Irish market at present. The cask strength, I done the sums, I think, on last month's auction or the auction before. You could have bought 4 years. So they've got an annual release of theirs, what everybody seems to look for in collectability. So you've got the 2011 was the first year for that. But in that auction, I think you could have bought a 16, 17, 18 and 19 for less than the price of a Middleton Very Rare 2020, which is obscene. Because, again, all the Riders Tears single cask strengths are all, 5,000 I think is the maximum bottling of them. I think there was about 5,000 or 6,000, but most of them are down to 2,000-3,000 bottles. And they're limited edition, and they're cask strength, and they've everything going for them, but yet people haven't copped onto them yet. So again, as a collectible thing, because worst case scenario, they're fantastic drinking whiskey as well. So that's it. I'll talk about
Not
them.
itchy too.
Have you itchy toe?
Yeah.
Can we scratch it?
No. It's
Can I drink this thing?
Yeah.
So Robert, can I take the chili off? I don't have to eat the chili or anything like that, do I?
You just bite into it and then take a drink, and you know.
So this is Dingle, apple juice, chili,
Yep.
Mint.
mint rammed up my nose now as well,
Dingle, chili, and ginger.
and ginger. Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's
Actually,
a little bit of that.
That's a little bit at the back. But I think I've said that in the Dingle drinking that new core release. I think you can get a bit of the ginger in it, and I don't know where it comes from in it. There's just that bit of, and maybe
Yeah.
this accentuates it a wee bit more. Right. Won't be much work done today.
Well,
Titanic.
the movie by me.
Velvet Cap is from Peter and the team down in Blackwater. That's one of their newer releases, so their own juice will be coming. McCarthy's first bottling for Germany. McCarthy's, I think, are Irish Whiskey Assets, part of the Irish Whiskey Assets team, doing different things with bottlings. Tipperary. Now, our pal Stewie has moved to Tipperary.
Not just Jimmy.
No, yeah, but our pal Stewie.
Right, okay.
Not talking about Murphy the lunatic. We're talking about our pal Stewie has gone to Tipperary as the brand sales manager, marketing and sales, or I don't
Just
know.
for the record, his name is actually not Stewie. It's Stuart Quayle.
Yeah, I know, but we just call him Stewie.
I know.
Stewie Q.
Stewie Q.
I think he's getting in there at a great time. I think Will Murphy going there, I've been singing it, I think is phenomenal.
Yes. There'll be some
Will's-
crack in Tipperary.
Will's passion for whiskey is phenomenal. So what he's going to bring to it, and his knowledge. Again, he was, I think his tagline on one of his socials was Ireland's most overqualified distiller or something like that, unemployed distiller. That's what it was.
Unemployed.
Unemployed distiller.
Overqualified, unemployed.
No, it wasn't overqualified. It was Ireland's most qualified unemployed distiller. Because he'd done loads of paper and he'd lots of experience and knowledge as well. But they're going to do great things.
Yeah.
So I know they've done a few single casks in Cooper's off license. Our depot there in Care, he's got a few. His latest one is just out. His single cask,
Yes,
and I think it's
yeah.
sold out as well.
Sounds cool.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
We haven't seen it yet. I haven't.
No.
We have one coming to us for ourselves, but we haven't got it yet. So that's Tipperary. That's it. We've Natterjack. We have Flying Tumbler. Flying Tumbler caused a bit of a furore when they came out because they told everybody it was batch 1 and then it said B8 on the back of it and everybody was losing their shit because B8 doesn't mean B1 and
Maybe they just got confused.
there was something about production samples that they had to do production samples and there were samples being sent to customs and yada 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 yada. That is B8 is the first release from Flying Tumbler and
Right.
so
Just
if you
to
do
clarify.
see, just to clarify, B8.
Is their version of B1.
Killarney, we did go down. Well, I did
You
go down.
did, I didn't.
I perhaps got
Ossified?
no, I didn't get. Oh, that wasn't one of the times I got ossified. I got ossified anyhow, but I got my knuckles a bit wrapped, shall we say?
Oh, because you insulted the owner.
I didn't insult the owner. I commented on.
Calling it rustic is insulting.
It was no rustic could be a compliment. I called the box for their first release rustic, and it is agricultural.
Yeah, but you probably elaborated and said it looked like a toddler nailing some wood together or something.
I never would say
Well,
something
I don't
like
know
that.
if you did or
I
didn't
can't
because
believe
it
you
wasn't
just said that,
nailed,
Katie.
but it'd be something that you...
No,
that-
apparently I said it on camera. Don't mention it.
I think it's cool.
What they're building down there is going to be phenomenal. Thankfully, they've improved their building skills a bit more than building the boxes.
Right, okay.
Because their building skills, what they're building down there is exceptional.
I think the boxes are nice. They're very
Rustic. Agricultural.
chic, hipster, sort of
No.
upcycly.
Vegetarian.
Yeah,
Start me
in the now.
vegetarian. Right. Anyhow. That's us, is it?
Yeah,
Today was a bit of a ramble.
most times it's a ramble, babe.
Anyhow.